Hello everybody, it's Fernando here, S&G Carpets, Elk Grove. We wanted to do a video for you guys today to introduce Shaw hardwood floors. And actually we're going to talk about laminate a little bit too. The reason why we're doing this is we just had our PK on it here at the store on Monday, and we just wanted to make sure there was some consistency throughout the company. Everyone was kind of getting the same information and the best information possible. So I tried to take some diligent notes, and now I'm going over them with you. A little bit on Shaw hardwood floors. Probably one of the biggest factors I want to mention right off the bat, made in America. Good old US of A. Not that this is a huge factor necessarily for all customers, but some people are concerned about, especially with the bad economy, what can we get from home that, American jobs are making? Shaw wood. Or some people are concerned about, I don't like stuff maybe coming in from China, or they just don't like the whole importing idea. They want to stick with what we have here. This entire line that we carry is made in America. The next thing I wanted to mention that I'm pretty excited about, right now with times being tough, pricing can always be a big concern. Cool thing about the Shaw hardwoods is we're getting a branded product, Shaw floors. We're getting their woods at more of our private label pricing. You're seeing products that start as low as $3.93, which I think this is the only wood we sell for under $4. And that's for an engineered product, all the way up to $8.48 is the most expensive thing we sell of theirs, and that's a 3/4 solid. So I'm feeling like that's a pretty darn good price as well. Let's start with one of their first products, and that is going to be their engineered hardwood. They sell an engineer, they sell a solid, they also sell a product called Epic that we're going to go over in a minute. Just to start with kind of their engineered and their solid, just some basic talking points. We've got a 25-year finish warranty, lifetime structural, which is pretty standard for hardwoods, so you're going to be right in the ballpark with everything else. On their engineered product, you can nail it or staple it, you can glue it down, and on these products we're going to be using the Drytex glue. And then this also gives you the option, which I've never really heard of before, but Shaw is telling us that we can also float this engineered product even in the 3¼ inch version, which is another cool little offering that not everyone gives, so it gives you a little bit more flexibility. Their next product that I was going to talk about was their solid. Just like the engineered, it's got a 25-year finish, lifetime structural. It's going to be nailed down or stapled. Above and beyond that, pretty much everything we know about solids is true with this product as well. Now the new product we wanted to talk to you guys about today was the Epic series. And here's one of the examples right here. Basically what the Epic flooring series is it's an engineered product, but rather than using a plywood core, basically, poplar is probably one of the most common, they're actually using a version of HDF that they've actually taken and put on steroids, basically. They've improved it to a level that no one else offers. And what they're going to do is they're going to put the same veneer on top, so if it's an oak product, they're going to put an oak veneer on the back as well. So we have a matching stability level of your woods on top of, or basically sandwiching that new core. Now one thing I want to mention right off the bat is you're going to be seeing a lot of this, and this is kind of, it seems like potentially the future of where a lot of these engineered products are going to be going. And one thing we have to be aware of and make the customer aware of is all these cores are not made the same. We know for a fact, talking to Shaw and them kind of going over the different cores that are going to be out there, this is the top of the line core to date in terms of technology. Now one thing I wanted to mention right off the bat with the Epic products is the warranty. I kind of started you off with warranty on the other two. One of the things that jumped out at me as soon as we saw this product is the warranty, which just says lifetime. So I immediately asked the rep, okay, structural lifetime, that's what they all are. But talk to me about the finish. What's the finish warranty? And he said, the finish warranty is going to be lifetime as well. I've never seen that before. These are the first guys to offer that. Lifetime finish warranty and lifetime structural. And the reason why is their new DuraShield technology. It's a nanotechnology, which I didn't know a lot about. I knew heard about it in computers, but never really heard about it with wood. What they've done is they've taken the aluminum oxide crystals, they've ground them down and made them smaller than ever before, and then that way when they apply it, you're getting much more aluminum oxide per square inch, which is why they are telling us that today the DuraShield finish on the Shaw woods is 6 times harder than any other finish on any other wood out there. That includes Mannington, Armstrong, all the other competitors. Today they are 6 times harder. Now, as technology changes, people will play catch up and they will all eventually be on the same page. But today they are 6 times harder. Now back to this core. As I told you before, you're going to see products like this at the big box stores. Not the same core. Shaw is the only one that has the core for their Epic series that is this hard. A couple things I wanted to mention that. Excuse me while I review my notes. Again, Epic, just like their whole hardwood line, is made in America, which is very valuable. Something interesting that I didn't realize is we're all familiar with the term of density. Obviously, how much are you packing into a specific area? Because of this high density core, an Epic product, which is probably half the thickness of that of a 3/4 solid, is actually denser than a 3/4 solid. They're packing more wood into the thickness of the Epic than they can into a 3/4 solid wood, which to me, I immediately start thinking, wow, that probably means it's going to be very hard, which is the case. Another very interesting thing about this Epic floor is because they're using this high density core, it can increase, or not it can, it does increase the hardness or the Janka scale rating of the veneers by anywhere from 25% on the low end as high as making it twice as hard. Perfect example is the American Cherry. The American Cherry is considered fairly soft wood. If someone likes the look of American Cherry, usually we kind of have to let them know, well, the Janka scale rating is only 800 to 900, so be careful, it's on the soft side. You put it on the Epic series, even though the veneer is fairly thin, about 1 millimeter, because it's got the Epic core, it doubles the Janka rating on this product. This product jumps to 1800, which, I mean, that's as hard as a lot of our hickories. The harder the wood gets, the less of an impact it has. So when you get into the exotics like the Brazilian cherries and some of the other exotics that are, 2400, 2800, 3200 on the Janka scale, the effect of the core drops to about 25%. But nonetheless, that's super impressive. Another thing I wanted to mention, going back to kind of the green thing, the nice thing about this HDF core, which we've talked about with the laminates, is the fact that you're able to use recycled content, right? We've always talked about that with the laminates. To get those cores, they're able to use shavings from the furniture industry, things like that, that doesn't require new wood. The big war cry of the Epic series is, I believe the line, if you look at your packet, is 2 trees minus 1 equals Epic. Basically what they're trying to tell us is to produce these products, they're having to use half as much new wood. The core doesn't need to be made out of Brazilian cherry if you have a Brazilian cherry floor. The veneer is able to be much thinner, which we've talked about, because you have that core. So when you're only using a 1 millimeter veneer versus a 4 millimeter veneer, right, that's 1/4 as much wood, plus all the extra layers on the inside. So main talking points we want to talk about when we're looking at Epic products with the customer is, you can mention, obviously, it's made in the USA. It's got the HDF core, which makes the hardness much better. We've got the lifetime finish warranty, and the other big thing that he mentioned is the core durability when it comes to water. We know that laminate is much more durable when it comes to moisture resistance than wood. This is going to now be more moisture resistant. You still have the veneer of wood, but we do have that core, which will add to the stability in terms of when we get into humid days versus non-humid days. There was one other thing I wanted to mention. Oh, that Heartland series that I was telling you was $393 a foot. There is a version of it. Where did it go? Here. No, that is the wrong one. There is a Heartland series wood. It is in the Epic line. It is only $393 a foot. Like I said, pretty cool thing to have an actual engineered wood, not only standard engineered, but with some of these upgrades that the Shaw products are offering for under $4. In closing, this is basically what we have for a Shaw. I'm pretty excited about it. Don't be afraid of the new core. Let's embrace it. I think it's going to be a really big seller for us, and it could help us move ahead of everybody else. Thank you for the time.